YouTube. I'm just putting together this this board here. This is LM1875, one channel, and I'm gonna build the other half here. I'm taking it from a pre-existing. I built onto this socket board, breadboard, whatever you want to call it. This is why sometimes it's a good idea to check your components regardless of what their indications may or may not be. Now you see here, I wonder if I can do this in such a way. Right, let's just shift that one a bit closer. So we've got two components here, they're both the same. They're a bit closer. They're supposed to be 1 ohms. Yep, each of them 1 ohms. Now one of them measures 1 ohms and the other one does not. Let's see which one's which. Okay, so I've got to do this a little bit khaki-handed because I've already got one pair of hands. But so if I take this first one, put this onto here, I'll just pop that down and take the camera. So there it is, being measured there. And look at this, 5.4. Let me just put that back, and if I get the other one. This is one from each channel, you know. I took out the first one, measured it, and it was 5.4. And I took the other one out from the other channel just to see. So there it is in there. And look at that, that's much better. So it's always worth checking, even if you've been using the components. This particular component goes between pin 4 on this LM1875 and the output capacitor of the speaker. So it's you know, it's a vital component. There's a big difference between those two. That one I'm going to throw away as damaged and put another one in its place. That's no good at all. I tested all this as well before I decided to set it up on this perf board, and it all works perfectly okay. It'll be interesting to see if there's any difference when I put a fresh 1 ohm resistor in. I'll try and show you how I've done it now. These heat sinks are balanced on the back of the LM1875. There's no anything holding it to the board, so I'm not going to move the board around too much. It's just there until I can get that heat sink on and get some brackets on the board. There we go. Try and stay a little light as I do that. Can't really do that. So I've been listening to it for the last hour or so. I've got this Pixel for a couple of analog meters there, both from Avos. One of them's a test set number 1. That's the one on the right there. That's a RAF jobby on the seal on the side, the calibration seal. It's got RAF on it. And the number, and that's an Avo 8 Mark III. And at the minute they're connected up and they're just acting like VU meters, if you like, on the outputs. So here, there's one. There's the other one. So I'm going to put a little tune on now just so you get a bit of what it sounds like, and I'm going to connect it up and do some power readings. I should say measurements really, shouldn't I? Measurements and power measurements. Before I try and play anything, I'll show you that playing with this I managed to rip the crap out of my cones. The bottom rubber is all gone around the sides, and there's actually where the tissue is, there's a big piece missing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some more of the I'll get it, hold on. This is the stuff I'm using. On the right up, this is like organic. There's nothing in here, no chemicals that can hurt you. Apparently, you can't read it because it's Mandarin, unless you can read Mandarin, of course. I can't read Mandarin at all. But on eBay, where I got it from, it says it's all organic, and this is a silicone rubber, but it does keep a little bit more movement in it. And if I just brush it on, nice and thin coating that, I've just got it to stick. I've done one lot on the actual cones, like, as you can see, and on that top bit I've just got it to stick either side. In a minute I'm gonna brush some more on my really fine toothbrushes. I don't have any paint brushes, so that makes quite a bit of sort of, well, it's damaged, isn't it? So it's going to make that horrible noise. So I can't really do a great deal like loud or anything, but you get the sound. This is probably not the greatest. Song to actually put on with this. Need something a little bit less, a little bit less banging. And you know, I've got to go into the classical stuff for something that's not going to be too much for it. Of course, this is one that we know. I'm just going to pause that. It does sound nice, and it can get quite loud. It can get loud enough to knock quite a few years on what's left out of those speakers. I'm going to brush that one up, even though it's not come away yet. The rubber is very, very soft. So with a real thin layer or two of this stuff, it'll just give that rubber a little bit more elasticity and a bit more longevity. Yep. There we go. But it's the power test, really. We don't want to sit here and listen to loads of music. Let's see what we can get out of it. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to be absolutely great. These particular chips I got are from eBay, so they could be. Oh, turn my hand around. You know, so it could be genuine. Probably not, but I suppose they're just licensed out to lots of different people now to produce if they want to. But anyway, put it all on one board, fired it up. I did put one wire around the wrong way around, and I managed to start warming up the 1 ohm resistor between the output capacitor and the output. You want me to see it from down there? I suppose if I. There's the 1 ohm. You see it, look, a bit damaged, but it still works. It's still 1 ohm, so we can live with that. Oh, of course I can't do the zoom. It's trying to redo my hands. So, yeah, I'll do another track just so you get a bit of an idea for what it sounds like. It does sound really nice. It sounds a lot more. What's the word for it? A lot more. There's just a lot more to it than the other little amp. Alright, we've got that interlude one again, because we know how that one sounds, so I'm not sure what the basic part's going to be like with this, but. meters. Even though I know they're not exactly VU meters, and I've been playing with them too. I've had them both apart to have a look inside, and oh, they're lovely, absolutely lovely. Got them nice and bargainous price as well, and an original set of Avo leads in really nice condition. So I'm really chuffed about that. Really chuffed, and they're really accurate as well. They're accurate up there, which is what I want. And I don't need accurate to loads of points, but they're bang on for what I need. And then of course I've got one in the middle for doing the high resolution, but pretty good. You get quite a lot of resolution off those anyway. But back to this. So what I'm going to do now is, there you go, it sounds nice. It's got no dodginess sound into it. Although if you give it a little bit too much, that's wagging about, but we're going to sort that out. So I'm going to get it connected up to the scope now. Both channels, I'm going to stick some 1 kHz signal in there and see what we get. Stick the dummy loads on instead of speakers. Right, back when I set it up.